Good afternoon, everyone. I think we can start the class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In our class, anybody is there who is whose presentation in the online classes is less than 75%? Anyone is there? Frequently absent? I think last month class year was Candida, right? Candida is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody is there whose presentation is less than 75%?
Ma'am, I don't think so.
Okay. So me also, I don't think so. Anybody is absent so frequently. So thing is that this management, they are collecting names, okay, whose presentation will be less than 75%. I don't know what they will do, but they are collecting names, okay, online classes presentation. So don't be absent in the classes, okay. So at least more than 75% your attendance have to be there. Okay, you all are attending only, but still due to network problem and sometimes I don't know, maybe some personal problems, you may be absent. If you are absent also, just give me an information why you are absent. Okay, so we'll start the class. So what we were discussing yesterday? Hmm?
Induction.
Hmm? Induction is done, selection is done. After that we have started with the INC guidelines. Yes, if you remember. So INC guidelines for opening new college and school or to run school of nursing and college of nursing. So there we have discussed. Wait. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we'll discuss the physical facilities. Okay, so in the physical facilities also, I think we have already started. What are the physical facility you should have to open a new school or new college of nursing program. So if your student capacity is 40 to 60 per year, okay, so this capacity 40 to 60 per year means in the first year. For example, BSc first year, post basic first year, JNM first year, ANM first year. So if your capacity is 40 to 60 student per year, then your physical block should be in 23,720 square feet. Okay, that much area you have to open a building, to open a new nursing college or school. Okay, then so we have already discussed that you can run your school or college in the rented house for 2 years. Okay, 2 years it's okay if you don't have your own building also, but after that you have to have your own building. Okay, so it is according to INC. And after 2 years also, if you cannot have your own building, then what you need to do, you have to give fine 50,000 for 3 years. Okay, 50,000 penalty you have to give for 3 years, and within that penalty period you have to open or you have to build your own school or colleges, own building. Okay, sorry, you have to build your own building. So this was the requirement. INC, they have given some, for example, lecture hall, it should be in 4,320 square feet. So these are some measurement given by INC, okay, to maintain the physical facilities of your school or college. Sorry, for example, nursing foundation lab, it should be in 1,500 square feet. Then CHN community health nursing lab, it should be 900 square feet. When INC, they will come for inspection, they will measure these areas. Okay, and you have to, it should be more than this, it should not be less than the given guidelines by INC. Okay, so if they want, they will measure. So these are some guidelines measurement given by INC. Then next one is the okay, we have also discussed that it should be in the institutional area, not in the residential area. Then so we have discussed, I think, these things. If your institution has non-nursing program in the same building for nursing, they should have their separate block. Okay. Then I think we have discussed till hostel facilities. Okay, so hostel provision is mandatory and shall be owned by the institution within the period of 2 years. So if you don't have your own hostel at first, it's okay, but within the 2 year you have to have your own building for the hostel, and hostel facility is compulsory for the GNM and BSc program. Okay, then these are the measurement again for single room and double room, 24,000 square feet. Then for bathroom, latrine, one latrine and one bathroom for 5 students. Okay, attached bathroom and latrine also you can give, no problem. But if you want to give separate bathroom and latrine for the students, then one latrine or one bathroom for 5 students you have to provide. Then visitor room 500 square feet, storeroom 500 square feet, dining hall 3000 square feet. So these are the measurement given by INC to build your hostel. Then classroom. So there should be at least 4 classroom with the capacity of accommodating the number of students admitted each year. Then the room should be well ventilated and with proper lighting system. There should be built-in black, green, white boards. Also, there should be a desk, dais or big table and chair for the teacher, and racks and cupboard for keeping teaching aids or any other equipment needed to conduct the classes. So, this is the requirement for a classroom. So, at least minimum 4 classroom you should have. But not only 4, how many benches you have, it will depend on that. Okay, if it is a full-fledged beds you have, then for every beds you should have separate classroom. But for example, first time you are opening your school or nursing program, then at least 4 classroom you should have for the first time. So when the new batches will be promoted to the next classes, you have to increase your capacity. Then lab, there should be at least 6 laboratory as listed below. I think everyone knows what are the 6 lab we should have in nursing program. First one is the foundation lab, nursing practice laboratory means foundation lab. So we have in our college foundation lab, then community health nursing lab, nutrition lab, then computer lab. So in our college, for our own college, we don't have our own nutrition lab. Okay, so our student is to go to the nutrition department to do the nutrition practical, and computer lab also we don't have our own. So our student where they is to go, they is to go to the computer department to do the computer practical. Then OBG and pediatric lab we have. Then pre-clinical science laboratory. So we are planning to open a pre-clinical science laboratory. We don't have in our college, but it should be here. If you want to open new college, then these are the things will be there. These 6 laboratory have to be there in any nursing programs. Then I think we have already discussed these laboratories. Then other requirement in the physical facilities, for example, principal office. We have our principal office. I think everyone have seen principal or dean in charge. Then office for vice principal, then office for faculty member. Then common room, there should be a common room for the student. A minimum 3 common rooms should be provided. One for the teaching facilities or faculties, then one for the student and one for the office staff. So you should have the common room, minimum 3 common room you should have, one for the student, one for the teaching faculties and one for the office staff. Sufficient space and adequate seating arrangement, cupboards, lockers, cabinet, so shelves, racks should be provided in the common room. In our college we have or not common room? Have you seen the common room?
No, ma'am.
We don't have common rooms. We have toilets, but the common room we don't have. So the common room it will be like a room. So bathroom and latrine will be attached there, and there should be lockers, cupboards, so that the students or the teaching faculties, they can keep their valuables there safely. Okay, it should be like that, but we don't have. We have only bathrooms. Then record room, to keep all the record, we should have a record room. Then storeroom, we have one storeroom. So in the storeroom, whatever is not necessary or whatever things you are not using very frequently, you can keep in the storeroom. Then room for audiovisual aids. So this room should be provided for proper and safe storage of the audiovisual aids. The school should possess all kind of basic as well as advanced teaching aids. So we have one AVH laboratory in 4th floor. I think you have not seen. So in the AVH lab, we used to keep all kinds of AVH we used to store here. Okay, and you have to maintain it in between. You have to clean, then you have to check the condition of the AVH. But we have in our college AVH room. Then other facilities, safe drinking water, adequate sanitary toilet facility should be available for both men and women separately in the school. Toilet facility to the student should be along with the hand washing facility. So toilet facility we have in our school or college. Okay, hand washing facility also we have. Then garage should accommodate 50 seater vehicle. So with the university only we have the garage facility. For nursing department separately we don't have. Fire extinguisher we have. Playground we have. It should be there in the college campus or in your academic block. It should be there. Fire extinguisher have to be there, and playground also have to be there. Then hostel facilities. For hostel room, it should be ideal for 2 students. Okay, if you want to open a hostel for a nursing student, then it's better in one room you should keep 2 students according to INC. Then the furniture should provided should include a cot, table, chair, so whatever is necessary for the student. Minimum a bed and a table and a cupboard should be there. Okay, then toilet and bathroom. So we have already discussed toilet and bathroom. So it's okay, so it's up to you. If you want to give like separate toilet, attached toilet and bathroom, it's okay, but according to INC what they say, the toilet and bathroom facility should be provided on each floor of the student hostel at the ratio 1 toilet and 1 bathroom for 2 to 6 students. Okay, minimum this facility have to be there in your hostel. Geyser in the bathroom and wash basin should also be provided. Okay, then recreational facilities. In the recreational facilities there should be facilities for indoor and outdoor games, and there should be provision for TV, radio and video cassette player. So these are the recreational facility you should have in your hostel. Visitor room have to be there. Whenever visitors will come, they will sit, and the students, they will go and talk with the visitor. So visitor room should be there. Kitchen and dining hall. So there should be a hygienic kitchen and dining hall to sit at least 80% of the total students tank at one time, with adequate table, chair, water cooler, refrigerator and heating facilities. Hand washing facilities must be provided. So these are the requirement in the kitchen and dining hall. It should be there according to INC. Pantry. Then washing and ironing room. Facilities for drying and ironing clothes should be provided in each floor. Sick room. I think you have heard this term, sick room. A sick room should have a comfortable bed, linen, furniture and attached toilet, and minimum of 5 beds should be provided. So every hostel, they should have a sick room. So if the student is suffering from any kind of communicable disease, you can isolate the student and you can keep her in the sick room. Okay, so minimum 5 beds should be there in the sick room. Then telephone facilities. Okay, warden room, guest room, room for night duty nurses. Okay, then canteen and transportation facilities. So these are the facilities should be there with the hostel facilities. Understood till now? Till here everyone have understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes.
you all have stayed in hostel, right, during your GNM time. So try to compare, okay, wherever you have studied, wherever you have stayed during your GNM time. So try to compare what are the facilities was actually there and what should be there. Then if you'll compare, you will remember better. Okay, now come to the staff for the hostel. So what are the staff we need for the hostel? We need warden, obviously. 3. Qualification BSc Home Science or Diploma in Housekeeping Catering. Minimum 3 warden must be there in every hostel from morning, evening and night shift. If the number of students are more than 150, one more warden, assistant warden, housekeeper for every additional 50 student. So understood? So in every shift there should be warden, but some hostel they used to keep only one warden and she used to stay with the student. Okay, so it's depend on the hostel sometimes. So actually according to INC we need minimum 3 warden in each shift, and there is qualification. Okay, what should be the qualification? She should be BSc Home Science or Diploma in Housekeeping or Catering. Okay, if the number of students are more than 150 in a hostel, extra additional warden should be there for every additional 50 student. Then we need cook, one for every 20 student each shift. Then kitchen and dining room helper, one every 20 student each shift. Sweeper 3, gardener 2, security guard or chowkidar 3. So these are the staff for hostel should be there according to INC. Then come to the anti-ragging. So I think you have heard this term anti-ragging. You have also filled up the form for anti-ragging during your first year. So what is anti-ragging? So nowadays INC is very strict against ragging. That's why every school or every nursing colleges they should have a anti-ragging committee. Okay, we should have a anti-ragging committee and anti-ragging squad. So in our college also we have an anti-ragging committee and anti-ragging squad. So in the anti-ragging committee there will be 4 or 5 members, and 50% member will be from the faculty side and 50% member will be from the student side. So they used to volunteer or sometimes we used to choose our student. So those who are staying in hostel they will understand we are maintaining the anti-ragging committee, anti-ragging squad. So if the students, newcomer students, they are suffering from any kind of problem related to ragging, they can directly report to the anti-ragging committee and anti-ragging squad. Okay, then nursing teaching faculty. So we have already discussed what is the requirement given by INC for teaching faculties. Then there are some additional points. So the additional points are teacher student ratio should be 1:10. Okay, for one student for 10 students there should be one teacher. Okay, according to INC. But colleges and school they cannot maintain this ratio, maybe due to lack of human resource. Okay, maybe due to financial condition of the institution. Okay, but according to INC what they said, 1:10, one teacher for 10 students. One of the tutor need to stay at the community health field by rotation. So the community health field mane, for example you are going to Sonapur, we are going to Dhirenpara. Okay, before what was the thing, we used to go and stay there. Okay, before in Sonapur we used to go and stay in Sonapur for 1 month, for 2 months. Okay, it was like that. Nowadays only used to do up and down, but before it was not like that. So if you are going and staying in the community area, that time one tutor have to be there in the community field in the rotation wise. You have to rotate your tutor and one teacher have to be there always in the rotation wise in the community field. Then the salary structure of the teaching faculty in the private school should not be less than what is admissible in the school of nursing under state and government. So it should not be like whatever pay scale government is giving, it should not be less than that. But maybe this private institution, maybe their financial problem, or according to their own protocol they are paying, but according to INC they made it clear. Then the teaching faculties of the school and nursing service personnel should be deputed to attend short-term educational courses, workshop, conference, etc. to update their knowledge. Okay, so faculties also they have to attend the educational program, then conferences, workshop to update their knowledge. Okay. Then it is mandatory for school authorities to treat teaching faculties of the school of the nursing on duty when nominated, selected for the purpose of examination, inspection, or inspection by the council. So if you want to send your faculties to take examination of the other college, if you want to send your faculties for inspection, then if you are nominated, then you have to go. Okay, so after MSc, after 3 years you can, so there is a post, okay, INC inspector post is to be there. So if you want to apply after MSc, after completion of 3 years, you can apply for the post. If you are getting, then you can move to that particular designation. And sometimes what happen, from your college, from your school, they used to send for inspection to the other school, or maybe they used to send you as an examiner to the other department or to the other school. So if your school and colleges are sending you, then you have to go. Okay. So all the nursing faculties including principal shall spend at least 4 hours each day in the clinical area for clinical teaching or supervision of care by the students. So everyone, actually according to INC, all the nursing faculty in every day they should spend at least minimum 4 hours in the clinical area. That's why the ideal class pattern of nursing students should be morning hours they should do clinical duties, and evening hours they should be theory block. Okay, this was the from like earlier they used to follow like that, but nowadays, because for our institution, what is the problem, the distance is from ADTU downtown hospital, the distance is too much. Okay, so every day all the faculties or all the students they cannot go for duty. That's why I used to give practical block and theory block. But according to INC, what they say, all the faculty including the principal, they should spend at least 4 hours per day in the clinical area with the student. Okay. Sorry, then 50% of the non-nursing subject should be taught by the nursing teacher. Non-nursing subject, so 50% of the non-nursing subject should be taught by the nursing teacher. Non-nursing subject, for example, sociology, psychology, then nutrition, biochemistry. Then these are the few examples of non-nursing subjects. So according to INC, what they say, 50% of the syllabus of the non-nursing subject should be taught by the nursing faculty, so that they can give the relation between nursing and those non-nursing subjects. For example, sociology. So why you need to learn sociology? Your sociology teacher may not be able to explain you, okay, why you need to learn sociology in nursing. But if 50% of the subject is taught by nursing faculty, so she or he will be able to make you understand why you need to study sociology in nursing. Okay, that's why this role is given by INC. Okay. So what are the staff member needed for a school or colleges? We have already discussed. Now let's discuss the member should be there in the school management committee. Okay, every school or every college they have school management committee. So principal will be the chairperson of the school management committee. Then vice principal will be the member. Then others, tutor, chief nursing officer, nursing superintendent. So everyone will be the member in the school management committee. The principal will be the chairperson, the other will be the member in the school management committee. Then what are the additional staff will be needed for School of Nursing? PA, stenographer. Nowadays we don't need stenographer because we have computers. So stenographer is not needed, but we need PA, one PA. Then clerk or accountant. Then junior clerk or typist, librarian, laboratory attendant, chowkidar, driver, cleaner, peon, sweeper, and machine operator. So these are the additional staff will be needed in a school or any nursing program. Okay, other than that, your principal, vice principal, assistant professor, lecturer, tutor, these are the additional staff you will be needing to operate, to run your nursing college and nursing school. Okay, then budget. In the overall budget of the institution, there should be provision for school budget under a separate head. Then principal of the School of Nursing should be drawing and distributing officer. So every college or every school, they should have their own separate budget. And who will handle the budget? The principal. Okay, she will handle the budget and she will distribute the finances.